Welcome back, dear viewers. The second ministerial conference of the Russia-Africa Partnership Forum takes place in Cairo with high-level meetings planned. And to shed more light on this issue, I'm honored to be joined over the phone by Dr. Mohamad Azaby, international relations expert. Dr. Mohamad, good day.
Good day for you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on Nile TV International. And at the beginning, I would like to know more from you about the significance of Egypt hosting this conference.
Well, we can say that the African-Russian summit in recent context is not full head of a state summit, but the second ministerial conference of the Russian-African Partnership Forum, held in Cairo, Egypt on December 19 and 2025. This was the first time such a ministerial level meeting took place in African soil, hosted by Egypt. A symbolic choice as Egypt co-chaired the inaugural Russian-African summit in 2019. The Russian-African engagement framework began with the first fall summit in Sochi 2019, attended by leaders from the most African states. The second summit in St. Petersburg 2023, which saw lower attendance, only 17 heads of state compared to 43 in 2019, and Russian isolation due to the Ukrainian war. Since 2023, the mechanism has evolved into the Russian-African Partnership Forum with annual ministerial conference to implement summit decisions and prepare for future high-level meeting. The third for Russian-African Summit is scheduled for 2026. So the Cairo conference served as a midterm review of progress since the 2023 summit and the preparatory step for 2026.
Well, Doctor, what message does the participation of more than 50 countries send about Russia-Africa relations?
For Russians, the event countered Western narrative of isolation by hosting ministerial talks in Africa and planning the 2026 summit. Moscow reinforces its narrative as a partner to the global south, supporting African sovereignty against neocolonialism, but for Africa provides an alternative partner aimed competition from China, the US and European and Europe and others. Many African states value Russia's non-interface approach, military support, for example, in the Sahel, the grain, fertilizer aid, post-Ukrainian disruptions.
Well,
but there are some challenges for this cooperation. The progress on ground summit promises, for example, massive trade growth to 40 billion by 2024, has been modest. Russian focuses remains selective. For example, areas like Mali, Burkina Faso, Zimbabwe, with security military ties, often outweighing broad economic gains.
Well, also, how does this conference contribute to enhancing coordination and cooperation between Russia and African states?
Well, we can say that the cooperation in this conference, the conference concluded with calls for concrete proposals ahead of the 2026 summit. It reinforced steady development in Russia-Africa ties. Political trust is high, but economic and investment volumes lag behind competitors like China. The ministerial meeting marks a maturation of the partnership for symbolic summits to practical ongoing dialogue. The fall 2026 summit will test whether rhetoric translates into tangible benefits for both sides. We can say the Cairo conference was a constructive bridge building exercise emphasizing strategic autonomy for Africa and geopolitical relevance for Russia in the multipolar world.
Well, Dr. Mohamad Azaby, International Relations Expert, thank you so much, Doctor, for your insights.